Well, hey there, friendships. Welcome back to another Curtis Corner. If you are new here, hi, I'm Curtis. This is my corner, and on today's Film Friday, yes, we're doing another movie review. We are going to be talking about none other than A Quiet Place 2. Yes, we are. So, if you are interested in seeing what I have to say about this movie, then keep on watching. So A Quiet Place 2 is the sequel to A Quiet Place, which came out in 2018. It ended up starring Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, as well as this movie does as well. The characters are all returning. Spoiler warning, right now, if you haven't seen the first one, go watch that, then come back. But yeah, we're just gonna dive in, talk about this movie, and give you my rating on it. So, A Quiet Place 2, the very first, 10 to 15 minutes of the film takes place on day one. I think the first film was, day 370 something. But this film takes place day one. For the first 15 minutes of the film, shows you how all the alien creatures ended up coming to Earth and what everyone kind of did to cope, more or less, during the very first initial arrival of these creatures. As soon as all of that is done, we immediately go into continuing what happened at the end of the last movie after Emily Blunt's character shot the creature. So it literally picks right up after there. The movie continues on. We meet some new characters in this film, and they do a really good job at really fleshing out the main characters a whole lot more than what they did already in the first film. We get some answers as to how the aliens show up to Earth, but we don't know really why still. We end up discovering some more weaknesses that these aliens have, so it's not just the high-pitched feedback frequency that we get from the cochlear implant onto the microphone to give all that high-pitched feedback that kills them. One thing I do have as a question is how they figure out so quickly that it's sound-based. It's not really a spoiler just because it is in the first 15 minutes. There's one scene where John Krasinski's character, Lee, is hiding in this cafe or restaurant or something as the aliens outside, and someone is reciting the Our Father prayer, and he covers his mouth and goes shh, as if don't make a sound, because that's how they can hear and find us. But how does he know when this is the first time he's seeing these creatures? So that kind of doesn't add up really, especially considering, later on in that same very scene, a cell phone rings, and then it's oh, okay, there's the reason why they can find out where everyone is, because they hear the sound. So that makes sense there, where they can figure out, okay, they hunt by sound, not by sight. But at the time where he covers the guy's mouth, I'm just that doesn't really make sense. I will say this movie is not as quiet as the first one, but it does deliver a lot more edge of your seat panic anxiety moments. There's one sequence in the film where I was literally edge of my seat sitting there like this. No lie. And it was something was happening with the boy in the scene, and then something was also happening with Emily Blunt's character in the scene, something was happening in the daughter in the scene, but it was three different scenes all taking place at one time and just interconnecting and just cutting back and forth between the three scenes. And it was honestly so intense. And they do that kind of twice. So the first big major anxiety inducing sequence is the three scenes that are taking place at the same time. Then kind of near the end of the movie, there's another sequence where it's two different things that are happening at the same time. It just keeps going back and forth between the two. So again, I'm just oh my God, what's going to happen? So if you having that panicky feeling of oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you're going to love the film, because it does that really, really well. And the ending of the film, not that I'm giving it away, but they do leave it to continue on the series. I know John Krasinski said that he wasn't going to come back and direct a third one. He wants to give it to somebody else to extend the franchise. Whether that means he's going to be a producer still or a writer still, I'm not sure, but he did say that he wasn't going to come back to direct it. So I don't know what this means, but definitely the ending shows potential for a third movie. So if that is happening, I can't wait. I love the Quiet Place series. So yeah, I don't really have too much to say because if I do, then I'm spoiling a lot of the movie. If you do get the chance to see it in a theater, do go and watch it in a theater because it will not give you the same adrenaline and anxiety rush if you just watch it at home. Unless you have like a big projector and like the best quality surround sound system ever. Do go see it in a theater because it is totally 100% worth your money. But I'm gonna give this film an A because it is so good, near perfect, and just I love Emily Blunt, and just all the actors in this film are fantastic. So go watch it. You will not regret it. I promise you that. And yeah, that's my short little review for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I put out weekly videos, and hit that notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video, because if you don't, how else will you know when I post a video? You won't, so do it. I'm off to... I'm not sure entirely what to do, but I'm off to do something. I will see you on the next one, but until then, goodbye, friendships.